All right, everybody, the weather alert continuing this morning. We've got Fox 35's David Mountain out in Levy County, Florida. Tropical Storm Elsa expected to make landfall within the hour now. It appears he has a live interview this morning. David, I know it's hard for you to hear me, but what can you tell me?
Pilar, good morning to you. We are in Cedar Key, Levy County. That's on the extreme west coast of Florida. For those of you who likes to vacation down here in the Sunshine State, this is a quiet hot spot for that. The population is not even 800 people. Everyone knows everyone's names around here. But man, I can tell you right now, this is the worst we've seen when it comes to Elsa creeping up the side of Florida right now. The winds and the rain are absolutely brutal. I'm gonna ask Paolo, the cameraman, to do a 180 if you can, to give you kind of an idea of what we're looking at here. We are standing on Dock Street in Cedar Key. This is the famous area where you can rent kayaks, rent charter boats to go fishing, eat at the beautiful seafood restaurants, and go shopping. That sums it up here on Dock Street. And it is lashing out on us. Elsa is saying hello as she crawls up the storm, making landfall potentially in the next 20 to 45 minutes. I am standing with a new friend that we have made here on Dock Street, Evan Evans. Good morning, Evan. How are you?
I'm doing great. What about you?
Just fine. He is 16 years old, Pilar, and he's a hurricane chaser. And Evan, you've been in 13 storms. What do you make of Elsa so far? We're looking out here, and I can tell you, it's impressive.
Personally, I don't usually like to kind of go after just tropical storms. I like to go after mainly hurricanes, but for a tropical storm, it has absolutely amazed me, and the amount of wind and rain that has come with the system is absolutely insane in my own opinion.
I could not agree more. I've been in plenty of storms in my career here at Fox, and many tropical storms. This is certainly one of the most brutal I've ever witnessed. What do you think the wind gusts are right now?
I really think that they're at least at hurricane force right now. I would not be surprised to see some gusts in the lower 80 mile an hour range and upper 70 mile an hour range right now.
They come just in spurts though, like pockets, like almost like paint gun pellets.
Exactly. Whenever time we walk out from after we're done recording and my hoodie comes off and something, it's absolute pain. The way that the winds are packing this rain, it's unbelievable on how bad it hurts.
I will say this though, to put things in context, Cedar Key had a brutal year in 2016 with Hurricane Hermine. 5-foot storm surge going into the city, flooding a lot of the buildings. Not the case this morning. We have checked with the Levy County Sheriff's Office, who has done a patrol around the town, and he says things are pretty much in good shape right now. Nothing to report major, which is surprising given the intensity that we're feeling down here in Dock Street.
I personally, right now, I would not be surprised to see some power outages, but, compared to what we're seeing right now, I'm definitely surprised that there are no road closures or anything like that going on.
I will say this, that is probably the most impressive, mesmerizing shot. The Gulf of Mexico just hammering the dock. That is a public kayak launch there, and whatever's happening there with the wall, it makes for some pretty impressive imagery. Right now, though, I can tell you, Levy County, Citrus County, now we're in Levy County. Sorry, we were in Citrus County yesterday morning. I'm getting confused. I've lost a lot of sleep. Citrus County, which is home to scalloping. We're in the middle of scalloping season right now in Florida, the height of it. They've had to take all their tourist and charter boats off the Homosassa River, out of the Gulf. It's just too dangerous to keep these boats moored in the marina. So they've lost some money here with a storm like this. Hopefully, though, this storm will disappear as quick as it came on shore. Last night, we were eating dinner right here on Dock Street. Gorgeous sunset. There just didn't seem to be much of a threat. Wait, when you wake up this morning, 180-degree difference.
The way, I remember arriving here in midnight to kind of prospect the storm here. It was completely calm, no high wave action. The way that it has just flipped in hours is absolutely crazy, and the kind of negative or the worst part about it is that this land interaction may actually try to slow the system down and bring these impacts to the Big Bend for the next several hours.
Not what they need. Of course, Hurricane Michael just hammered the Bend. I think it was 2018, and they're still recovering. Parts of it haven't recovered. So Florida is no stranger to brutal storms. Elsa turns out to be a little more brutal than we anticipated, but we at this point fortunately can report no injuries, nothing major happening here, at least in Cedar Key, Levy County. Evan Evans, I appreciate your time this morning. Just 16 years old, PLR, and he's already a wonderful scientist in the making. We will probably see him for many years to come chasing hurricanes. We're going to send it back to you in the studio, my friend.
Hey David, I don't want to keep you out in those conditions for too much longer, but this is my first time experiencing a tropical system actually while living out here in Florida. I was told tropical storm isn't nearly as severe as a hurricane, but you are out there in those conditions and you say it's painful and it's serious.
Well, I will say it's interesting. Pilar has just mentioned that this is her first major storm for Florida. She's a recent transplant here. And tropical storms never had that sort of impact that hurricanes do, but yet this one feels like it could be easily a category 1, maybe even a category 2 on sometimes.
So a lot of the misconception is that a lot of people that live along the Gulf Coast states, they will reference some tropical storms as just a tropical storm, and I cannot stress that enough, that tropical storms aren't just tropical storms. In a matter of fact, they can bring a wide range of impacts that people do not look on, like scattered power outages, even possibly some notable storm surge, which pleasantly we do not see at this time. But a lot of the impacts, people forget that tropical storms can just be as notable as a category 1 hurricane.
No question about it. We've already seen signs blowing off the posts, and those can be dangerous. And flying debris is what you got to be careful of, which is why we're using our trunk lid here as a pseudo wall to keep us protected out here in the meantime. We'll send it back to you there, Pilar.
Thank you guys so much. Please stay safe. We'll see you soon.
Lost her.
Taking a live look right now, everybody, at